Like, look how pretty that is. Are you screaming? Because I'm screaming. Hi, you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I am so excited for today because today we're filming a makeup look. Okay, we're filming this makeup look. We're filming the look on my face right now. I just finished filming this and I'm so happy with this look. This is my everyday makeup look using Clean Beauty products. This is like my 5-minute makeup look using Clean Beauty products. This is my how to look good in 5 minutes kind of makeup look. Sometimes 10 minutes if I'm dilly-dallying, to be honest, but for the most part, like, I can slap this on in 5 minutes and be super, super happy. And the reason it can be that quick, you know what, sometimes depending on brows though. If your brows take a while, I don't think this will be a 5-minute look because brows sometimes take people really, really long. But for me, this is like, the reason that this works is these products work. I use the right tools. I can use my fingers with a lot of these products. I know how I like to apply them. And I think that that is like key for like an easy grab and go makeup look. And yeah, I just kind of want to jump in and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. So helpful when you do that for creators. And without further ado, I'm gonna jump in and get into this 5-minute makeup look using Clean Beauty products. All right, you guys, I am ready to get into this. So face, under eyes, and lips have been prepped, and I'm gonna link everything down below that I mentioned in this video or use in this video. So this usually takes me about 5 to 10 minutes. It really depends on the day if I'm dilly-dallying or not, but this is like really, really quick. So eyebrows are always first in my routine because I usually am either doing soap brows or just like a clear like brow like gel product. So first I'm gonna like brush up my brows. They're kind of looking a little waxy lately, but we're working on it. We're working on it. And I'm going to use a clear brow gel today. I'm going to use the Kosas brow gel. Sometimes I like to clean the wand off because I don't like sometimes when brow products can be like clear, can be a little bit intense, or not intense, but too much product on the brush. And that's why you can get sometimes that gel-ishy look to the brows. But I'm just going to brush them up. And my brows do not match, like ever. In any way. I need to pluck them, and I also need to cut them because they don't match ever. Do your brows ever match? Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Then I'm going to press like it down with my fingers, and then we're gonna go on with the brow pencil. Okay, next, but while we're waiting for those to dry, I'm gonna go on with a little bit of a skin tint. So I have a bunch of skin tints. Right now I'm really loving the Amicol, what is this? The Skin Enhancing Tint in Medium 1. I also have the shade Medium 2, or this is like the second lightest shade, and then there's a lighter shade. If you have a really light complexion, this brand might not be for you because they kind of focus on darker complexions, which I love, but you know, if you have a lighter complexion, it might not be for you. This might look a little bit dark for me when I first apply it, as you can see, but I actually am really loving that right now because it's giving me a little bit of like a warm, I don't know, not warm, but like bronzed up tint to the face, which I'm loving, just because although it's, you know, getting cold, I still want to look healthy, so I really like this. But I will also mix the other shade, the lighter shade, with this and get kind of my perfect shade. But once it kind of, I feel like a lot of the time when you apply products and you're like, oh, it's too light or too dark, you know, you kind of want to also match with your hands, and my hands are darker than my face, so I kind of like to match with my body, and this matches my body, if that makes sense. But in a few months, or even in a month, when sunlight has left my life, I will be the lighter shade for sure. Okay, now this is kind of good, so I'm gonna press, so this is what I do. I like press down on my brows a little bit to hold, like really hold in place that, what is it? What is the word I'm looking for? Just the way that they look. And then I take a brow pencil. So this is the PYT brow pencil. And did I say in the Amicol, oh my gosh, so dirty now, hands covered in product. This is the shade Medium 1 in this. All right, so I'm gonna fill in my brows. Now this is going to take me longer than 5 to 10 minutes to film because I'm talking, and that is it. It's just gonna take longer, but it's quick usually when I'm not talking or distracting myself. So This, I really like this brow pencil because what it does is it has like enough pigmentation, but it's not crazy, if that makes sense. And it doesn't like, my phone's going off. Don't people know I'm filming? Okay. And then I'm usually pretty happy. I don't ever fill in the front of my brows. I also have a scar right here in my brow, and I I'm not gonna fill that in. I very, very rarely fill that in. It's literally, I just have no hair growing in this one like scar that I got when I was a kid, and I am lazy and don't fill it in. So I feel like my brows always look a little crazy because I don't, first of all, sisters not twin, no. Yeah, sisters not twins. Or even just cousins and sisters, like just no matching at all. But yeah, I'm really happy with this base. I really like how this skin tint just like melts into the skin and it gives you a really pretty glow. I really like this a lot. It's just so good. So next I'm actually going to go on with a concealer. I have two here right now. One I've been testing and I really like the color for me. I'm going to do a full review on it soon. And I also have the Ilia concealer in the shade Shy, and this is the Rose Ink concealer, and this is the shade LX100. I'm kind of feeling shy today, so that's what I'm going to do. And I like to do dots on my face. All right, so I'm going to take my beauty sponge and I'm going to blend this out with a beauty sponge. When I'm trying to get ready quickly, beauty sponges are just like the look, like the necessary vibe for me. Look how good that just, I mean, Studio Lights kind of remove how dark under eyes are, or not remove, but make it hard to see. Like when someone's like, oh, I have really dark under eye circles, sometimes you're like, girl, whack attack. No, you do not, you look fine. But like in person, like the Studio Lights really like take down color and sometimes make it look a little less dark than it really is under your eyes. I'm gonna apply a little bit more because I still see some darkness peeking out in front of me here, but I know when I'm looking at the monitor it really doesn't look like there is, but you know, you layer it till you go. And I like to do little by little, like I really don't use a lot of product, and this isn't a very thick or heavy product. If I was going with, let's say, the Rose Ink one, which is a little bit of a, not dryer is not the right word, but if it's a little bit of a different texture, I would actually use less of that. And I like to slowly layer. I don't like to go crazy with anything. And then whatever's left on the sponge, I'll go around my nose, because that's where I get a lot of darkness, or not darkness, but redness, and then I just kind of, and that's it. For every day, to be honest, I really do not go over my hyperpigmentation. She's just like not the vibe right now. It's too much work, or not work, but I'm lazy, and I like my makeup to be quick. But if I do go over my hyperpigmentation, I will go on with the Merit Beauty, what is this, the concealer foundation stick, and this is the shade Buff, and this is what I will use. And I really like this for really, again, quick and easy when I'm just running out the door. I'm just doing something where I'm not going to be worried about it, which, you know, for everyday life, I really can't be worried about my hyperpigmentation because that's just like too much work. Next, I will go on with this. I like a powder bronzer for a quick makeup look. And this is the shade Novelty. No, this is not Novelty. No, it is Novelty. This is the shade Novelty in the Ilia bronzer. And I'm just going to tap it in, brush off the brush, or not brush off the brush, tap the brush, and then very lightly grab the brush back here and very lightly and quickly blend it out. And what I'm blending it out with is a Sephora, what is this, 59? Yeah, 59 powder brush. And I really like this. This gives me the perfect kind of bronze look without it looking over the top, and it takes me no amount of time. So you can see my hyperpigmentation there. I had a breakout recently, which sucks, but you know, that's life. That's how it goes. And I'm gonna pull it around the edges and kind of, this literally takes no time, as you can see, and this brush is great for blending quickly. I would say a lot of the time with like doing quick makeup, a lot of it is just, you know, how good your brushes are, and they don't have to be expensive brushes. I do think the Sephora ones are a little bit pricey. There are some great like cheaper ones, but like though, like having really good makeup brushes and makeup products, like a beauty sponge, you can get this. This is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. Again, I'm gonna link everything down below. This is so good, and it is cheaper than the Beauty Blender, and I feel like in even like other cheap beauty sponges that are kind of within this price range or cheaper, this one is just elite and it's really, really good and it lasts long and it doesn't get that like, sometimes cheaper beauty sponges, not always, but sometimes they kind of end up, it almost feels like disintegrating after a while. This doesn't. This is really, really good. Okay, so when I'm done, so now that I'm done with that, I don't always set my face. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It really depends on my mood. Today I'm not gonna set my face because I kind of want you to see how the Amicol skin tint, the skin enhancing tint kind of wears. I'm gonna do a full review on Amicol, but just so that you can kind of see how it wears on the face. Without powder, I really like, if you like juicy looking skin, you guys, she's gonna be so cute and so juicy looking. But if I do set my face, I set it with the Kosas setting powder, and the shade I have is Pillowy. I also, see, I broke this. I like dropped it. You hear that's rattling. I also have I'm also ordering or have ordered a lighter shade of this because I want to kind of see how that wears too. But I really like this. It's really, really good. Okay, next, I'm not setting my face, so I'm gonna go on with blush. Now, blush in general for my everyday look, I kind of go for something that, if it's going to be like easy peasy lemon squeezy, I'm going with something that's a little bit more pinky in tone. Sometimes I'll go with something that's a little bit more berry or fun, or like a really beautiful like more red toned like orange. But right now, for everyday year round, I want to use those colors for you. So I have 3 kind of products I want to mention. I did a blush review kind of video recently, or this actually might be the video before this. And that one, I talk about all my favorite blushes. One of them is that I'm talking about right now is new, but all of those I would use in this too. But I have 3 in front of me here. I have the shade Chouchette in the Westman Atelier. I have the shade Beverly Hills in the Merit Beauty. And then I also have a new one, or not new, but new to you guys. This is the Freck Beauty blush, and I have actually all 3 shades. Actually, they have more than 3 shades, but I have the, what is this? This is their Cuffed. This is their lightest shade, and I really like this. So in general, I'm mentioning all of these because in general, when I'm like slapping makeup on and like going out the doors, things like this are super easy because I can just like touch the top with my brush and like just apply it to my cheeks. But I want to mention this because I didn't mention this or the berry tone that they just came out with too in my blush video, and I really, really like these. These are really good, and if you know how to use them, they're really, really quick to use. But in this video today, I'm actually just going to apply one of these because this would be my easy out the door kind of look. So I'm going to go on with the Westman Atelier blush in the shade Chouchette, and I'm going to take a Sephora 99. I kind of just roll it up and sometimes touch the top, and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand today. Just apply a little bit, not a ton, and kind of warm it up. That's why I kind of, as you can see, this is what it looks like. I'm going to take it on this, and I'm just going to kind of apply to my cheeks. And I like to, for quick and easy, always use a brush, but in general with cream products, I like to use a brush, and for quick makeup looks, I like to use a brush too. It's just easier that way. So you can see, I take a little bit at a time, like very little, and kind of build it up, so that you can kind of see what it looks like. And I don't pull it too far forward all the time. Sometimes I like it really far forward, but sometimes I just like it a little bit more centered towards the back, and then whatever's left on my brush, kind of pull it forward, if that makes sense. Okay, so that is it. I went again, I take a beauty blender at the end and just go around the edges so it doesn't look really harsh. And that is kind of the makeup look done. These shades, all of these are really, really similar. So is the Say Beauty in the shade Rosy, and the Ilia Color Haze in the shade Waking Up. These are all kind of in the same vein, and I kind of use these interchangeably, and depending on the day, I grab whatever I'm kind of vibing with. Okay, so next we're gonna do eyes. Eyes are really simple and easy. So I usually grab one of 2 eyeliners. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll go with a pencil. This is the Persona Cosmetics pencil. I'm doing a whole Persona Cosmetics review, or the Ilia liquid liner pencil. I haven't tried their regular pencil in a really long time. I've used it before, but I I also have, oh my gosh, I'm doing so many brand reviews. I'm doing a Rose Inc review. I'm doing a Lawless Beauty review. I'm doing a Jones Road Beauty review. I have like so many things coming down the pipeline. I have new Jason Wu coming in, which is great. Such an affordable brand with great products. But I think I'm going to go on with the Persona Cosmetics eyeliner today. And the shade that I have in this is just the shade brown. I don't normally go for a brown eyeliner, but this one is really nice because I'm going to swatch this for you guys. But this is really nice because it's just really dark. So I'm gonna, here, next to where, so this is what the brown looks like. It's really, really pretty and I really like it. So I kind of just line my eye. I don't go all the way forward. I always, when I talk and do eyeliner, it's always a disaster. I don't go all the way forward. I kind of just stop kind of at the halfway point and just kind of, that is kind of just what it looks like. And I'm always happy with it. It lasts really long. It's really good. I also have like other eyeliners that are more smudgy. This one isn't as smudgy. You can smudge it, but you got to work pretty quickly with it because I find at least it settles. Or not settles, but it sets, which is nice because eyeliners when they run is the worst. But I have other eyeliners that are more smudgy. So if I'm looking for a more smudgy look, I will do that too. It just kind of depends. But for every day, in general, I grab these the most. Now, I don't always do this, but depending on, you know, my vibe that day, I'll go on in the crease of my eye with a little bit of my bronzer that I use. So this is again the Ilia bronzer, and this is in the shade Novelty, and I take this and I blend. Now I really, really blend this. So I'm gonna go around and I usually, I don't know, if you're like, oh, how do I know if it's blended enough? It's however you like it, but I like to use the general rule of thumb. If I'm like blending and I'm not sure if it's gonna look good, I try to count to like 20, 25. Okay, so that is that. That's like the quickest thing. I don't always do that, but sometimes when I want a little extra depth, I'll do that. So next I'm gonna go on with lashes. Lashes are pretty simple and easy. Today I'm just gonna go on with both the Ilia mascaras. Like, can I spit it out to today, Junior? These two, I'm really liking these together. So usually if I'm like really rushed, I'll just slap one of them on and I'm always really happy. So I'm gonna do one coat of this, and this really does give you volume. It's pretty crazy, or not pretty crazy. I mean, it's a volumizing mascara. That's what you wanted to do. So that's one coat of that. It does a really good job, as you can see, and you can just leave it at that. Honestly, for every day, I don't always do multiple coats. Sometimes I just do one coat. And if I get any mascara on my face, I did get a little bit right here. I wait for it to dry and I just take a spoolie like the back of this and just, once it's dry, just kind of scrape it off. I'm gonna go on with the Limitless mascara now, and I'm just gonna go on with one of the sides. I'm gonna go on with the short bristles today and just do a coat of that and kind of separate the lashes a little bit more. So that is that. I really like how that's looking. Now we're gonna move on to lips. So again, I've prepped my lips. I have a little bit of lip balm on, and it's not a lot, but I'm gonna kind of just kiss it off a little bit, and we're good with the lips there. So now I'm gonna do, I have a bunch of different combos that I do for my everyday lip color, and I get a lot of different questions on them. So every day, a lot of the time when it's super, super quick, I just slap on a lip liner, and this is the Victoria Beckham in the shade 04, I believe. Yes. And this is the more pinky brownie tone, but not the super light brown colors. I really, really like this. And then I'll just be done with this. Throw a lip balm on top or a gloss of some type. If I just want a gloss or I want something super, super juicy without it being a lot of work, I will go on with one of these glosses. Now, this is the Ami Cole, this is just their lip treatment oil, but it wears like a gloss, but it's super hydrating. I really like this. If you're a big fan of the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the just universal shade, you will probably really, really like this. I enjoy this a lot. Or this is just a mini one, but this is the Tower 28 lip gloss in just their clear shade. They have a bunch of really pretty shades, but I really like the clear shade and I really like the Ami Cole. And I will either slap those on top of a lip liner or just wear those alone. But for my everyday, like super, super nude lip color, it's actually the lip color I wore on my wedding day. And it's a lip color I get a lot of questions about when I wear, like a combo that I wear when I film. Everyone's like, what is on your lips? Let me talk about it. So for my wedding day, I didn't wear this lip liner, but the Victoria Beckham lip liner in the shade 05. I really like this. The lip liner I wore on my wedding day was a Marc Jacobs lip liner. Discontinued, but also I've actually found, so Marc Jacobs Eau Coco, which I know people like were very up in arms when they discontinued it. I agree, it's a beautiful shade and it's a really hard shade to match. I'm currently trying to find an exact dupe, but this shade is a really good dupe or alternative option. It's not a real 100% dupe because it is a little bit less, it's a little bit more neutral, but it's still really pretty. But also I have a whole video where I actually swatched the Marc Jacobs lip liner and I compare it to a lot of brown lip liners that I have. It's my last lip liner video roundup I did, so I would check that out if you're looking for good alternatives to Eau Coco. But I also then will, with that, wear this, and then I will wear this lipstick on top. And this is my favorite lipstick. I have backups of it. It's so good. The Vegas lipstick from Kosas. I believe this is an exclusive with them. I don't think you can get it other places, but this is really, really good. I like it a lot. And I think today I'm going to actually do that. So I'm going to line my lips with this, and then I should sharpen this. Line my lips with this, and all right, I'm gonna finish lining my lips and then we'll be back because it's really hard to talk and line your lips at the same time. This looks a lot more red in the monitor than it is in real life, and I really, really like it. It's a nice shade. Why does it look so red in the monitor? And now I'm gonna go on with this. So again, this is kind of my like perfect nude lip color. Like, look how pretty that is. Are you screaming? Because I'm screaming. It's so good. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the Ami Kohl on top because I like, for every day, I just like to feel hydrated and plump. I don't like to feel like, I don't know. I love a juicy lip look. I just do. And yeah, that's it for this video. That's it for my everyday clean beauty makeup look. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.